ever feel like people only care about a version of you that isn't even real?
Here's where I belong now, high above the fear and doubt, so no, nothing could keep me down. Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I wanted to talk about something that I've really felt so deeply these last few years, especially when it comes to social media. I feel like it's time we show up as our authentic selves. I feel like people are really needing, whether or not they know it, authenticity. Real people, relatable stories, relatable personalities, real life situations. We all know that social media has this interesting way of making people feel pressure to be perfect, to show up as somebody other than themselves, to show a life that looks good but isn't really the truth, isn't really theirs. I can say that I have absolutely felt that pressure. I remember times, taking a break from social media because I just could not keep up, because I felt like I had nothing to offer, because my life didn't look like what everybody else's that I saw on social media looked like. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I felt like I didn't have enough cool things going on in my life to be able to post stuff. I felt like I couldn't keep up with the creativity and the nuance of things. It was just a lot. There was a lot of pressure to show up, to have content, to always be able to give. And I just didn't feel like I had enough of that. When I did show up, which we can even talk about last year when I tried to do this, and I showed up and I thought I was showing up as myself, but what I was really showing up was a mixture of everybody else that I saw online. And I was clearly pretending to be somebody that I wasn't, and talking about things that I haven't even done myself. Steps in changes or in growth that I haven't even fully reached, and I'm talking as if I did. Yeah, there's so much pressure out there. Please just show up as yourself. People are craving it. And I know it's hard to find those people because there's just so much surface level nonsense. And there's also a lot of people that are looking for surface level because that's all their desires can handle. You gotta sift through them. You gotta keep posting your realness, and eventually you'll find those people. Eventually those people will come. I'm going through that impatience situation right now where I'm like, oh, but I want to find my people now. I want to find my community. I want to reach the people that are going to understand that this is me, and I'm finally putting myself out there. I know I want to see more real people than I want to see people who claim to have it all together, because let me tell you something. These influencers out here don't got it all together. A lot of these models out here, a lot of these actors out here, a lot of these people don't got it all together. Social media is very powerful. I don't know if you guys understand it, but I have seen how it has affected me. I've seen how it has changed people, how it has changed me at times, how it has done amazing things, and how it has done some unfortunate things as well. People will see right through it, first of all. When it's not really you, people are going to see right through it. And you honestly may be the last to know, which I'm sure does not feel good. It absolutely does not feel good when you're the last to know that you're a problem, or that you're fake. And it's not that like you're actually fake, but you're being fake, You know what I'm saying. And if you don't, I'll explain it even further, but I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. I feel like the more you show up as you, the more growth happens. Because when you show up as you, you have your experiences, you have real experiences. So this whole like fake situation, it's gonna mess with your real growth. So showing up as you, you're going to really grow as you and not as somebody that you're not. And it's going to be a weird situation if you were to show up as your fake self and you try to grow within that fake self. It's going to end up turning weird. You want to attract your real audience, your real community, people who really relate to you. You don't want to have the wrong community. You don't want to be surrounded by people that you're just like, why are these people following me? They don't like me. They don't really know who I am. Well, yeah, you haven't been showing them who you are. And even if they don't know the, nitty gritty, the details about your life, you can still show up as who you are, and the right people are going to find you. First of all, any idea that comes to mind, it's clearly mine and it's not influenced by other people. I am putting it down. I'm writing it down and I'm trying to stick with it because it's my idea. And the more I put my ideas out, the more authentic I'm going to show up as. Every time I find myself scripting things, so what I do now is I do more jotting down notes so that I know how to stay on topic because I have this issue. I can talk for days, but also in that talking for days, I can absolutely talk about three topics in one, and somehow I lost you. I talk about things that matter to me, and I also make sure that I'm not talking about things that are just perfect. I am going to talk about the ups and the downs. I'm going to celebrate my wins, and I'm going to share some failures. And it's not because it's a failure that I'm like, oh man, like really sad about, or which I can be. If I am really sad about it, I absolutely can show that. But I don't want it to feel like a failure, like my life is over. Because I am in this process of self discovery, I'm doing a lot of showing up as, I don't want to say my most authentic self because I'm still figuring that out, but as something, or as somebody that is authentic to me. Whatever feeling I'm feeling, I am emoting that. I am making sure that I am fully experiencing that, and I am asking myself the questions. And even if like the conversations are a little bit of a mess, I'm kind of trying to make sure I have those conversations as well. And if I can capture them on this camera or on my phone, I'm trying to do that as well. And if it's something that I'm ready to share, or it's something that I feel is going to be helpful to see for somebody else, I'm making sure I post that. And also in real life, because I am by myself right now and I am learning all about me and I'm going through the motions and having experiences without any of the outside influence that I normally have, I am becoming much more authentic. All the noise is gone. I realized that that was a big thing, was that as much as I love my friends and I love being around, all the people that I love and care about, it was noise for me. It was taking up so much space in my head that I started to not recognize who I was because there was just so much influence that I didn't realize until later on when I would do things and I realized I didn't feel good after I did things, or I would spend time with certain people and I didn't really feel that connection anymore. There were signs, and I finally started to listen. All the signs were pointing to you're not being yourself. I am working towards becoming fully myself and finding out the new parts of me that haven't been discovered yet. Let's all share one thing that we've been afraid to share with the world because we're afraid of being judged or, being looked at differently, being seen as imperfect. I'll go first. Even though I am pursuing acting and modeling, people would assume that I probably make a lot of money. I do not. I probably make almost the same amount of money as a lot of regular 9 to 5ers. Maybe even sometimes less, because sometimes I do have to do Instacart to supplement what I don't make from not being able to get some bookings, because that's the income that I receive. It's based on how many bookings I get. And so sometimes I get a little embarrassed when I can't do things because of my, financial reasons, or sometimes I get embarrassed when I can't say that I'm a successful actress or a successful model, because you're told that you're only successful, or you're only really a model, you're only really an actor when you've made it at a certain, height. When there's plenty of actors in the industry, models in the industry that are not A-listers. Not everybody makes $1 million a movie, $1 million a shoot, or even like hundreds and thousands of dollars. Like, not everybody makes that. So sometimes I'm embarrassed, and then sometimes I remind myself that I'm not the only one that does this, and we're all just pursuing our passion, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I should never be embarrassed by that. Thank you guys for being here for this conversation. I am so excited to start seeing the real you coming out on social media and doing your thing, and people loving you for being you. I cannot wait to see that. I'm so excited. Looking forward to it. Until next time, stay beautiful and stay kind.